Most people spend their entire lives chasing success, yet very few ever truly understand why some people succeed while others struggle endlessly. We are taught to work hard, study more, wake up early, and stay disciplined. These are good habits, but they are not the missing key. The truth is, millions of people work hard every day and still remain stuck. They wake up tired, chase goals without clarity, and wonder why progress feels so slow. The missing key was never explained to them clearly, and because of that, they keep repeating the same cycle. The missing key to success is intentional thinking combined with direction. Most people live on autopilot. They react to life instead of directing it. They allow circumstances, emotions, and other people to control their choices. Success does not come from effort alone. It comes from directed effort. You do not become successful by accident. You become successful when your thoughts, decisions, and actions move in one clear direction. Why? Hard work alone fails. Hard work without direction is like running fast in the wrong direction. You burn energy, feel exhausted, and end up nowhere. Many people are busy all day, yet unproductive. They answer messages, attend meetings, scroll social media, and complete tasks, but none of it moves them closer to a meaningful goal. The missing key is not more effort. The missing key is clarity of purpose. When you lack clarity, you say yes to everything. When you lack clarity, you chase multiple goals at once. When you lack clarity, you confuse movement with progress. Successful people are not more active. They are more intentional. The power of a clear inner decision. At some point, every successful person makes a quiet inner decision. I know where I am going, and I will not be distracted. This decision changes everything. Once you decide clearly, your brain starts filtering information differently. Opportunities become visible. Distractions lose power. Fear no longer controls every move. Without this inner decision, people live in hesitation. They wait for motivation. They wait for confidence. They wait for the perfect moment. But the truth is simple. Clarity comes before confidence. You don't wait to feel ready. You decide first, then grow into the decision. Why most people never find this key? The reason this key is rarely taught is because it cannot be memorized. It must be practiced. Schools teach information, not thinking. Society rewards busyness, not clarity. Social media promotes noise, not focus. From childhood, people are trained to follow instructions, not define direction. As adults, they continue waiting for someone else to tell them what to do. But success demands something uncomfortable. Personal responsibility for your thoughts and direction. No one will hand you a clear path. No one will design your life for you. That responsibility belongs to you. Thought direction shapes reality. Your dominant thoughts determine your dominant actions. Your dominant actions determine your results. If your thinking is scattered, your results will be scattered. If your thinking is focused, your results will compound. The missing key is learning how to guide your thinking deliberately instead of letting it wander. Most people let their minds run freely. Fear talks louder than logic. Doubt overrides potential. Past failures define future decisions. Successful people do the opposite. They train their minds daily. Success is built in the quiet hours. The most important work happens when no one is watching, not on social media, not in public praise, but in silence. This is where clarity is strengthened. This is where goals are reviewed. This is where direction is reinforced. A few minutes of focused thinking every day is more powerful than hours of scattered action. The missing key is not intensity. It is consistency and thought alignment. Why motivation is not the answer. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. People wait to feel motivated before acting. That is backward. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. The missing key is self-direction, not emotional excitement. When you know exactly what you are building and why, you don't need motivation. You move because movement is aligned with your identity. Identity, the hidden force. Here is a truth few people understand. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your self-image. If you see yourself as someone who quits, avoids discomfort, or settles for less, your actions will match that belief, even unconsciously. The missing key is upgrading how you see yourself. Success begins when you stop asking, "Can I do this?" and start asking, "Who must I become?" Direction creates discipline automatically. Discipline feels hard when direction is unclear, but when direction is clear, discipline becomes natural. You don't need willpower to do what aligns with your future self. You naturally protect your time, energy, and focus. The missing key removes internal conflict. Most people believe success is about doing more effort, more hours, more sacrifices. But the truth is, success is not about doing more. It is about doing the right things consistently. Without direction, effort becomes exhaustion. This is why so many people feel tired but unfulfilled. They are busy yet stuck. The missing key is learning how to align effort with purpose. Awareness comes before change. You cannot change what you are not aware of. Most people never stop to observe their own thinking patterns. They live inside habits they did not consciously choose. Fear becomes routine. Doubt becomes familiar. Comfort becomes a prison. The missing key begins with awareness. When you pause and observe your thoughts, something powerful happens. You realize that not every thought deserves your attention. Not every emotion requires action. Awareness gives you choice, and choice is the foundation of freedom. Why most goals fail? People fail not because their goals are too big, but but because their goals are too vague. I want to be successful. I want a better life. I want more money. These are wishes, not goals. The missing key is specific direction. A clear goal answers 3 questions. What exactly do I want? Why does it matter to me? What am I willing to give up for it? Without these answers, the mind drifts. With them, focus sharpens. The brain needs a target. Your brain is a goal-seeking mechanism. When you give it a clear target, it starts working for you, even subconsciously. When the target is unclear, the brain seeks comfort instead of growth. This is why people procrastinate. Procrastination is not laziness. It is confusion. The missing key is clarity so strong that hesitation disappears. Emotional control is a success skill. No one teaches emotional mastery, yet it determines everything. People quit, not because they lack ability, but because they cannot manage discomfort. Fear, boredom, rejection, and uncertainty stop more dreams than failure ever will. Successful people feel the same emotions, but they do not obey them. The missing key is understanding this simple rule. Feel the emotion, do not follow it. Action must be guided by direction, not feelings. The comfort trap. Comfort feels safe, but it is expensive. It costs you potential. Most people choose short-term comfort over long-term growth. They delay hard decisions. They avoid discomfort. They stay where they are known. The missing key is accepting temporary discomfort as the price of permanent progress. Growth always demands discomfort first. There is no exception. The role of discipline. Revisited. Discipline is often misunderstood. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect in action. When you respect your future, you act differently in the present. The missing key is not forcing discipline, but connecting discipline to identity. You do not act disciplined because you have to. You act disciplined because that is who you are becoming. Success is built in small decisions. Life does not change in dramatic moments. It changes in quiet choices. What you do when no one is watching. What you choose when it is easy to quit. What you think when things go wrong. These moments shape your direction. The missing key is understanding that small decisions, repeated daily, create massive results. Time is not the problem. People say they don't have time. That is rarely true. Time is not the issue. Priority is. You always make time for what matters most to you. The missing key is learning to value your future more than your present comfort. The power of daily alignment. Every day, you are either moving closer to your vision or further away from it. There is no standing still. Daily alignment means reviewing your direction, correcting your focus, taking at least one intentional step forward. This is how momentum is built. Momentum changes. Identity. Once momentum starts, confidence grows naturally. Confidence is not built by thinking. It is built by proof. Each small win reinforces belief. Each completed action strengthens identity. The missing key is starting before you feel ready. One of the biggest reasons people fail is not lack of intelligence or opportunity. It is self-sabotage. And most of the time, people do not even realize they are doing it. Self-sabotage happens when your actions are not aligned with your self-image. You may want success, but deep down, you don't see yourself as the kind of person who succeeds. The missing key is understanding how self-image silently controls behavior. Your self-image is your limit. Your self-image is the picture you hold of yourself in your mind. It defines what you believe is possible for you. If your self-image is small, your goals will shrink. If your self-image is weak, your actions will hesitate. People do not fail because goals are too hard. They fail because goals conflict with identity. You cannot outperform your self-image for long. Why people quit when things start working. Many people quit just when progress begins. This seems illogical, but it is common. Why? Because success feels unfamiliar. The mind prefers what is familiar, even if it is painful, over what is unknown. When success approaches, fear appears. Doubt rises. Old habits fight back. The missing key is recognizing this moment and pushing through it instead of retreating. Comfort with struggle becomes identity. When someone struggles for a long time, struggle becomes part of who they are. They say things like, "This is just how life is. People like me don't get ahead. Success is for others." These beliefs feel normal, but they are mental chains. The missing key is breaking emotional attachment to struggle. You must stop identifying with your past, rewriting the inner dialogue. Every action begins with a thought, and most thoughts come from internal dialogue. If your inner voice is negative, critical, or fearful, it will sabotage progress. The missing key is learning to talk to yourself intentionally. Not fake positivity, not lies, but strong, truthful direction. Replace "I can't do this" with "I will figure this out." Replace "I always fail" with "I am learning and improving." Words shape behavior. Discipline is emotional management. Discipline is not about pushing harder. It is about managing emotions. Successful people do not feel more motivated. They are simply better at acting despite discomfort. The missing key is training yourself to act when emotions say stop. This is where most people fail, because no one teaches this skill. Fear is not the enemy. Fear is not a sign to stop. Fear is a signal that growth is happening. Most people misinterpret fear as danger. In reality, fear often means unfamiliar territory. The missing key is using fear as feedback, not a command. If fear appears, ask, "Is this truly dangerous, or is this simply uncomfortable?" Growth lives on the other side of that question. Why? Information alone changes nothing. People consume endless content, books, videos, courses, but remain the same. Why? Because information does not create transformation. Application does. The missing key is execution. Knowledge without action is entertainment. You only grow grow when knowledge is practiced. Action clarifies everything. Clarity does not come from thinking alone. It comes from movement. Action reveals what works, what doesn't, what needs adjustment. The missing key is starting before certainty. You do not need all the answers. You need the next step. The myth of perfect timing. People wait for the perfect moment. That moment never arrives. There will always be uncertainty, risk, incomplete information. The missing key is accepting imperfect action. Progress beats perfection every time. Identity is built through proof. You do not become confident by thinking confident thoughts. You become confident by keeping promises to yourself. Every small commitment you honor strengthens identity. Every broken promise weakens it. The missing key is self-trust. In today's world, attention is constantly under attack. Social media, notifications, endless entertainment, and obligations compete for your focus. The missing key to success is the ability to control your attention. Most people think they are working hard, but in reality, their attention is scattered. Tasks are started and abandoned. Priorities are forgotten. Energy is wasted. The successful person, however, understands that focus is a resource. Once attention is concentrated on the right target, progress accelerates exponentially. How to direct attention intentionally. Identify your primary goal. Focus on the one outcome that matters most. Eliminate non-essential distractions. Time block for focus. Schedule dedicated periods for deep work. Protect these periods as sacred. Eliminate mental clutter. Clear unnecessary worries, emails, or commitments. Simplify your environment. Daily micro decisions. Choose consciously where to put your mental energy. Small, consistent decisions build momentum. The missing key is treating attention as currency. Every minute spent thinking or acting on the wrong things is a minute lost forever. Distractions are identity traps. Distractions are not just interruptions, they are identity traps. When you scroll endlessly or binge watch without purpose, your mind associates your identity with inaction. I am someone who gets distracted. I cannot focus. This becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The missing key is reclaiming your attention as part of who you are becoming. Focus produces energy. Contrary to popular belief, focus does not drain energy, it produces it. Scattered attention creates mental fatigue, indecision, and procrastination. Intense focus, however, generates flow, clarity, and motivation. Once you direct your energy toward one meaningful target, productivity and satisfaction increase naturally. The role of daily reflection. Success is built by assessing where attention was spent. At the end of each day, review your decisions, identify wasted focus, and correct it. Celebrate moments of deep, intentional work. The missing key is conscious awareness of your attention patterns. Saying no to everything that doesn't serve you. Clarity requires boundaries. Every yes to a low-value task is a no to progress. Every distraction you entertain is energy diverted from what matters. The missing key is ruthless prioritization. Success grows in the spaces created by deliberate no's. Action without focus is chaos. Many people are busy but achieve little. They act constantly but without alignment. Effort without focus produces random results. Focus without effort produces nothing. The combination of consistent action and concentrated attention is unstoppable. Focus builds confidence. When you direct attention consistently toward meaningful goals, results compound. Each completed task builds proof. Each small win strengthens belief. Confidence grows naturally, not artificially. The missing key is not motivation. It is repeated, focused action over time. Protect your mind like a garden. Your mind is a garden. Focus is the sunlight, water, and nutrients. Distractions are weeds. The missing key is cultivating your mind daily. Feed it with ideas aligned with your goals. Remove thoughts that drain energy. Strengthen neural pathways that support growth. Attention is the soil of success. What you plant, you will harvest. Summary of focus as the key. Attention is your most valuable resource. Direct it intentionally. Eliminate distractions and mental clutter. Align effort with clarity. Build identity through repeated focused action. Mastering attention is the modern superpower. Without it, all other skills, habits, and knowledge lose potency. Most people underestimate the power of belief. Belief is not blind optimism. It is a deeply rooted conviction that shapes every decision, every action, and every result. Without belief, even the most disciplined person hesitates. Motivation fades. Challenges feel insurmountable. The missing key is belief aligned with your chosen direction. When you believe in your capability and the value of your efforts, obstacles no longer paralyze you. Doubt loses its control. Action becomes consistent. Self-image determines your limits. Your self-image is the mental blueprint of who you think you are. If you see yourself as someone who struggles, you will struggle. If you see yourself as capable and resilient, your mind will act accordingly. The missing key is upgrading your self-image to match the person who naturally achieves your goals. Every thought and action should reinforce this self-image. Success is not just external, it begins internally. Mental conditioning through repetition. Your subconscious mind learns through repetition, not logic. Daily visualization of success programs the mind to recognize opportunities. Repeated affirmations reinforce belief. Daily action aligned with your goals strengthens confidence. The missing key is consistent mental conditioning. This is the silent engine behind extraordinary achievement. Overcoming self-doubt. Self-doubt is a natural response when you step outside your comfort zone. Doubt questions capability. Doubt questions timing. Doubt questions worthiness. The missing key is recognizing doubt as a sign of growth and acting anyway. Successful people do not wait for confidence. They act in spite of fear. Action in the presence of doubt builds lasting belief. Momentum is built, not found. Many people wait for momentum. It never comes. Momentum is not an accident. It is created by repeated, consistent action aligned with belief and focus. Daily progress, no matter how small, compounds over time. Wins, once achieved, create confidence, which fuels further action. Momentum grows until progress becomes unstoppable. The missing key is committing to the process, not the immediate result. Identity and habit. Your habits reflect your identity. Your identity defines your success. To act like the person you want to become, you must think, speak, and act as that person daily. Tiny daily actions build identity faster than occasional grand gestures. Habits reinforce the mental blueprint of your self-image. The missing key is aligning habits with the future self you want to become. Fear as feedback. Fear is often misunderstood. People see fear as a signal to stop. The missing key is to interpret fear as feedback. Fear indicates growth, not failure. Discomfort shows you are stepping beyond familiarity. Acting in spite of fear strengthens resilience and self-image. Successful people do not eliminate fear. They learn to act alongside it. The role of daily review. Reflection is a critical tool for mental conditioning. Every evening, review what went well and what could improve. Adjust focus and actions for the next day. Reinforce mental programming through gratitude and goal visualization. The missing key is daily reflection as a way to recalibrate direction and belief. The connection between belief and action. Belief fuels action. Action builds proof. Proof strengthens belief. This cycle is the engine of unstoppable success. Without belief, action is inconsistent. Without action, belief fades. The missing key is maintaining both simultaneously through deliberate mental focus. Why most people never reach their potential. Most people fail not due to lack of opportunity, skill, or intelligence. They fail because their thoughts, beliefs, and actions are scattered, inconsistent, or misaligned with their self-image. The missing key is internal alignment, clarity of direction, control of attention, belief in self, and consistent mental conditioning. Thinking, visualizing, and planning are all essential, but none of them produces results without action. Most people get stuck in the planning phase, waiting for perfect conditions or motivation. This is where they fail. The missing key is taking deliberate, consistent action. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. It creates momentum, builds confidence, and reinforces belief. Every successful person acts, even when fear, doubt, or discomfort is present. The importance of small steps. Big goals can feel overwhelming. Small, intentional steps are the solution. Daily micro-actions compound into significant results over time. The missing key is focusing on progress, not perfection. Remember, massive success is rarely instant. It is the accumulation of consistent, focused effort. Discipline without motivation. Discipline is often misunderstood as forcing yourself to do things you dislike. The missing key is realizing that discipline comes naturally when actions are aligned with your identity and direction. Motivation is temporary. Action is consistent. When your identity matches your goals, discipline becomes effortless. Daily routines and habits replace reliance on fleeting willpower. Resilience, the ability to bounce back. Setbacks are inevitable. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the process. The missing key is learning to recover quickly, adapt, and continue moving forward. Resilient people treat failure as feedback, not judgment. They analyze, adjust, and continue with renewed clarity. The role of focused effort. Effort without focus is wasted energy. Focused action multiplies results. Distraction dilutes effort. The missing key is learning to concentrate attention on high-value activities. Deep work, sustained over time, is far more powerful than scattered busyness. Time management is energy management. Time alone is not the limiting factor. It is energy. People often have the same 24 hours, but outcomes differ dramatically. Direct energy toward your priorities. Eliminate low-value tasks and distractions. The missing key is managing energy, attention, and effort, not just time. Taking responsibility fully. Blaming others, circumstances, or luck delays progress. Accept that your choices create your results. Control what you can, your decisions, actions, and focus. The missing key is owning your life completely. Responsibility creates empowerment. Without it, people remain stuck in mediocrity. Momentum through consistency. Consistency transforms potential into results. Repeated, aligned action creates momentum. Momentum builds confidence, which fuels more action. The missing key is daily adherence to your your chosen path. Even small, consistent steps compound into massive achievement over time. Action strengthens belief. Belief alone is not enough. Action proves it. Every completed task reinforces your confidence. Every small win strengthens your identity. Action validates thought and vision. The missing key is integrating belief with persistent, purposeful action. Summary of action and discipline. Action bridges thought and reality. Small, deliberate steps compound over time. Discipline is easier when aligned with identity. Resilience and focus are essential. Responsibility and energy management accelerate results. Action without belief is empty. Belief without action is wasted. Together, they create unstoppable momentum. Success is rarely the result of a single dramatic action. It is the product of consistent daily habits. High achievers follow structured routines. They dedicate time to thinking, planning, learning, and acting. The missing key is recognizing that small daily actions compound into extraordinary results. Your habits define your future more than your talent or intelligence. Every choice you repeat becomes a blueprint for your life. The power of reflection. Reflection is a hidden tool of the highly successful. At the end of each day, review your actions. Identify what worked and what did not. Adjust your focus and approach for the next day. The missing key is using reflection to course correct and reinforce effective patterns. Mental conditioning through repetition. Your subconscious mind is trained through repeated experience. Visualize success daily. Reaffirm your self-image. Act consistently according to your goals. Repetition turns effort into automatic behavior, making high performance natural rather than forced. Controlling the inner dialogue. Most people fail because of negative self-talk. I can't do this. This is too hard. I'll never succeed. The missing key is mastering your inner dialogue. Replace limiting thoughts with empowering ones. I will find a way. I am capable and growing. Challenges help me improve. Words shape your perception, actions, and ultimately, your results. The role of curiosity. High achievers stay curious. They question assumptions. They explore alternatives. They constantly learn. The missing key is cultivating a mindset of curiosity. Curiosity expands perspective, sharpens judgment, and uncovers hidden opportunities. Eliminate energy drains. Success is not just about action, it's also about preservation. Avoid toxic relationships and negativity. Reduce unnecessary distractions. Protect your mental and emotional energy. The missing key is treating focus, energy, and attention as precious resources. Morning rituals set the tone. How you start the day influences everything. Successful people begin with intention, reflection, and clarity. They set priorities before reacting to the world. The missing key is designing a morning routine that strengthens direction, belief, and focus. A simple 20-30 minute morning ritual can dramatically increase productivity and mental resilience. Evening rituals reinforce success. Evenings are equally important. Review achievements and challenges. Plan the next day. Reflect on lessons learned. The missing key is closing the day consciously. Reflection turns mistakes into growth and builds continuous improvement. Surround yourself with growth. Environment shapes mindset. High achievers surround themselves with people who inspire, challenge, and support growth. Avoid those who promote negativity, doubt, or complacency. The missing key is creating a circle of influence aligned with your goals. Continuous learning and adaptation. The world changes rapidly, and success requires adaptation. Learn new skills. Refine strategies. Stay open to feedback. The missing key is maintaining a lifelong commitment to growth. Learning is not optional. It is essential for sustainable success. Most people are paralyzed by fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown. The missing key is learning to interpret fear correctly. Fear is not a signal to stop. It is a signal that you are stepping outside comfort and growing. High achievers feel fear, but they act despite it. Each step into discomfort strengthens confidence, builds resilience, and expands possibility. Failure is feedback, not defeat. Failure is not the enemy of success. In fact, it is a teacher. Analyze what went wrong. Adjust your strategy. Move forward with greater knowledge. The missing key is reframing failure as feedback. Every setback contains lessons that compound into future success, turning challenges into opportunities. Challenges are inevitable. Some people crumble under pressure while others thrive. The difference is mindset. High achievers see challenges as opportunities to improve skills, build resilience, strengthen character. The missing key is adopting a mindset that converts obstacles into stepping stones. Resilience builds momentum. Resilience is not innate. It is cultivated through repeated action in the face of adversity. Each challenge you overcome builds confidence. Each difficult decision reinforces your self-image. Momentum grows as small wins accumulate. The missing key is consistent resilience training through intentional experience. The role of preparation. Preparation reduces fear. Know your goals. Plan actions in advance. Anticipate obstacles. The missing key is proactive preparation. Confidence emerges from readiness, not luck. Mindset shapes outcomes. Your mindset directly directly determines results. A fixed mindset limits growth. A growth mindset embraces challenges and continuous improvement. High achievers cultivate mental flexibility, curiosity, and optimism. The missing key is consciously developing a mindset that supports risk-taking and persistence. The compound effect of action. Small, consistent actions yield exponential results over time. One small win today can lead to another tomorrow. Consistency compounds skills, knowledge, and influence. The missing key is patience and persistence. Exponential results come from sustained, aligned effort. Confidence through mastery. Confidence is built, not inherited. Each skill mastered reinforces belief. Each task completed strengthens identity. The missing key is incremental mastery. Focus on small, repeatable improvements that eventually create expertise. Embrace discomfort deliberately. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Seek challenges intentionally. Step into situations that feel slightly uncomfortable. Train your mind to embrace growth through discomfort. The missing key is reframing discomfort as training for success. The hidden power of reflection. Reflection transforms experience into wisdom. Daily reflection reveals patterns, mistakes, and opportunities. It strengthens awareness and sharpens decision-making. The missing key is a consistent reflection practice to turn lessons into actionable insight. Without clarity, action becomes directionless. Most people chase goals without fully understanding what they truly want. The missing key is knowing exactly what you want and why it matters. Clarity acts as a compass for your decisions, guiding every thought, habit, and action toward your desired outcome. Belief amplifies action. Belief transforms action from effort into momentum. When you believe in your abilities, hesitation disappears. Belief strengthens resilience in the face of setbacks. Belief aligns your subconscious mind with your conscious efforts. The missing key is cultivating unshakable belief in yourself and your vision. Alignment of thoughts, actions, and identity. Success occurs when your thoughts, actions, and self-image are fully aligned. Thoughts shape perception and decisions. Actions create proof and build confidence. Self-image determines what you believe is possible. The missing key is ensuring consistency across all three dimensions. Focus magnifies results. Distraction dilutes energy and slows progress. Focused effort on high-value activities accelerates results. Protect your attention like a precious resource. Daily rituals strengthen your ability to concentrate. The missing key is mastering your attention to multiply the impact of your actions. Momentum is the ultimate advantage. Momentum compounds progress and confidence. Each small action leads to another. Wins, once achieved, build proof of ability. Confidence and clarity feed momentum in a virtuous cycle. The missing key is sustaining consistent progress to generate unstoppable momentum. Self-discipline becomes natural with direction. Discipline feels hard when goals are unclear or misaligned with your identity. Once direction is clear, discipline becomes a natural extension of identity. Daily routines and habits reinforce the person you are becoming. The missing key is connecting discipline to purpose and self-image, not forcing willpower. Daily mental programming. Your mind learns through repetition, not wishful thinking. Affirm your goals and self-image daily. Visualize success with detail and emotion. Take deliberate action aligned with your vision. The missing key is consistent mental reinforcement that guides behavior automatically. Resilience and adaptation. Life will always present challenges. Resilient individuals adapt and keep moving forward. Failures are analyzed, lessons are extracted, and strategies are adjusted. The missing key is responding to obstacles with intentional adaptive action, continuous learning, and growth. Success requires evolution. Learn from experience, mentors, and new challenges. Curiosity fuels innovation and prevents stagnation. The missing key is a lifelong commitment to improving skills, mindset, and understanding. Small wins lead to big achievements. Every small step matters. Compounded, small successes build competence and confidence. Momentum grows as progress accumulates. The missing key is consistent effort and recognition of incremental victories. Most people operate with cluttered minds, reacting to whatever demands their attention. The missing key is mental clarity, a clean, focused mind that knows exactly what to prioritize. Clarity allows you to make decisions quickly, act decisively, and avoid wasted energy on distractions. When your mind is clear, every action has purpose. Energy management over time. Management. Time alone does not create results. Your energy creates results. Focus on tasks that give maximum return for your energy. Take care of your body and mind with rest, nutrition, and movement. Avoid energy drains like negativity, gossip, and unnecessary conflicts. The missing key is managing your energy, not just your time. Energy is the fuel that turns action into achievement. The habit of daily prioritization. Every morning, successful people ask, what is the single most important action I can take today toward my goals? By prioritizing what truly matters, they avoid being consumed by trivial tasks. The missing key is the discipline to prioritize daily, execute relentlessly, and ignore low-value distractions. Focused learning amplifies growth. Knowledge alone is useless without direction. Learn what applies directly to your goals. Practice and implement new knowledge immediately. Ignore information that does not contribute to your growth. The missing key is intentional learning that accelerates results rather than accumulating unnecessary information. The power of deliberate practice. Excellence is built, not inherited. Break skills into small, repeatable components. Practice deliberately with focus and feedback. Track progress and adjust methods over time. The missing key is intentional, focused practice to develop mastery. Managing setbacks strategically. Setbacks are inevitable. High achievers treat them differently. Analyze what went wrong without self-blame. Adjust strategies intelligently. Keep moving forward with persistence. The missing key is transforming obstacles into opportunities for improvement rather than reasons to quit. Accountability drives progress. Holding yourself accountable ensures consistency. Track progress daily. Commit publicly or privately to measurable outcomes. Review and correct deviations promptly. The missing key is personal accountability, which prevents drift and maintains momentum. Visualization enhances execution. Visualizing success programs your subconscious mind. Imagine completing tasks and achieving goals vividly. Include emotions and sensory details. Align daily action with the mental image. The missing key is repetition of mental rehearsal to reinforce behavior and focus. Resilience in the face of pressure. High-pressure situations reveal character. Resilient people maintain composure under stress. They use pressure to sharpen focus rather than induce fear. The missing key is building mental toughness through controlled exposure to challenging situations. Consistency is non-negotiable. Success is rarely instant. Small, consistent actions over weeks, months, and years create exponential results. Consistency compounds skills, knowledge, and momentum. The missing key is treating consistency as a non-negotiable habit, even when motivation fades. Many people make progress initially, but plateau quickly. The missing key to sustained success is self-awareness. Regularly review your thoughts, actions, and results. Identify habits, beliefs, or distractions that limit growth. Make incremental adjustments to improve continuously. Awareness ensures that small mistakes do not compound into stagnation. The role of feedback. Feedback is a critical accelerator of progress. Seek feedback actively from mentors, peers, or performance metrics. Treat feedback as data, not criticism. Adjust strategies based on insights gained. The missing key is leveraging feedback to refine actions and beliefs, not letting ego block learning. Focused action beats busy work. Busyness is often mistaken for progress. High achievers focus on high-leverage tasks that directly impact goals. Low-value tasks are minimized or eliminated. The missing key is identifying activities that generate the greatest results and dedicating attention exclusively to them. Building habits that support success. Habits are the backbone of sustained achievement. Anchor desired behaviors to daily routines. Make high-value actions automatic through repetition. Avoid habits that drain energy or attention. The missing key is constructing a daily system that aligns habits with long-term goals. Emotional mastery amplifies performance. Emotions drive decisions. Uncontrolled emotions lead to inconsistent action and poor results. Learn to observe emotions without reacting impulsively. Use techniques like breathing, journaling, or reframing to regulate mood. The missing key is emotional control as a foundation for consistent performance. The compounding effect of small wins. Small, consistent wins accumulate into massive achievements. Each completed task reinforces confidence and identity. Momentum builds automatically through repeated success. The missing key is focusing on micro actions that compound over time. Resilience requires perspective. Challenges and failures test resolve. Maintain a long-term perspective when facing setbacks. Treat difficulties as temporary and as opportunities to learn. The missing key is developing perspective to prevent discouragement from temporary losses. The power of intentional focus. Focus is not merely avoiding distractions. It is actively directing energy toward meaningful outcomes. Prioritize tasks that matter most. Allocate uninterrupted time for deep work. Protect mental resources from trivial demands. The missing key is intentional focus as a habit, not a choice under pressure. Accountability reinforces growth. People often fail silently due to lack of accountability. Track progress meticulously. Hold yourself responsible for commitments. Share goals with trusted mentors or peers for external accountability. The missing key is structured accountability accountability to prevent drift and maintain consistency. Visualization and mental rehearsal. Top performers mentally rehearse outcomes before taking action. Visualize completing goals vividly and repeatedly. Incorporate emotional and sensory details. Align mental imagery with practical daily steps. The missing key is mental rehearsal to program the subconscious and reinforce action. Many people make progress initially, but plateau quickly. The missing key to sustained success is self-awareness. Regularly review your thoughts, actions, and results. Identify habits, beliefs, or distractions that limit growth. Make incremental adjustments to improve continuously. Awareness ensures that small mistakes do not compound into stagnation. The role of feedback. Feedback is a critical accelerator of progress. Seek feedback actively from mentors, peers, or performance metrics. Treat feedback as data, not criticism. Adjust strategies based on insights gained. The missing key is leveraging feedback to refine actions and beliefs, not letting ego block learning. Focused action beats busy work. Busyness is often mistaken for progress. High achievers focus on high-leverage tasks that directly impact goals. Low-value tasks are minimized or eliminated. The missing key is identifying activities that generate the greatest results and dedicating attention exclusively to them. Building habits that support success. Habits are the backbone of sustained achievement. Anchor desired behaviors to daily routines. Make high-value actions automatic through repetition. Avoid habits that drain energy or attention. The missing key is constructing a daily system that aligns habits with long-term goals. Emotional mastery amplifies performance. Emotions drive decisions. Uncontrolled emotions lead to inconsistent action and poor results. Learn to observe emotions without reacting impulsively. Use techniques like breathing, journaling, or reframing to regulate mood. The missing key is emotional control as a foundation for consistent performance. The compounding effect of small wins. Small, consistent wins accumulate into massive achievements. Each completed task reinforces confidence and identity. Momentum builds automatically through repeated success. The missing key is focusing on micro actions that compound over time. Resilience requires perspective. Challenges and failures test resolve. Maintain a long-term perspective when facing setbacks. Treat difficulties as temporary and as opportunities to learn. The missing key is developing perspective to prevent discouragement from temporary losses. The power of intentional focus. Focus is not merely avoiding distractions. It is actively directing energy toward meaningful outcomes. Prioritize tasks that matter most. Allocate uninterrupted time for deep work. Protect mental resources from trivial demands. The missing key is intentional focus as a habit, not a choice under pressure. Accountability reinforces growth. People often fail silently due to lack of accountability. Track progress meticulously. Hold yourself responsible for commitments. Share goals with trusted mentors or peers for external accountability. The missing key is structured accountability to prevent drift and maintain consistency. Visualization and mental rehearsal. Top performers mentally rehearse outcomes before taking action. Visualize completing goals vividly and repeatedly. Incorporate emotional and sensory details. Align mental imagery with practical daily steps. The missing key is mental rehearsal to program the subconscious and reinforce action. Success is not about a single skill or habit. It is the integration of multiple aligned principles: clarity, belief, focus, action, and resilience. Clarity gives direction. Belief fuels momentum. Focus amplifies results. Action turns intention into reality. Resilience sustains progress. The missing key is bringing all these elements together consistently. Alignment creates exponential growth. Daily alignment creates compounding results. High performers align their mornings, workday, and evenings with their goals. Morning, intention, visualization, planning. Workday, focused execution, energy management, priority alignment. Evening, reflection, adjustment, reinforcement. Daily alignment ensures every action builds toward long-term success. The missing key is structuring every day with purpose and deliberate action. The role of mindset and execution. Your mindset determines your response to challenges, setbacks, and opportunities. Growth mindset encourages learning from mistakes. Resilient mindset sustains action through adversity. Confident mindset strengthens belief and focus. The missing key is intentionally cultivating the mental state that supports consistent, high-level execution. Momentum as a force multiplier. Once clarity, belief, focus, and disciplined action align, momentum compounds. Small wins accumulate into confidence. Confidence fuels more more action. More action creates bigger wins. The missing key is recognizing that momentum is not accidental. It is intentionally created and nurtured daily, reinforcing identity through action. Your daily choices reinforce your identity. Acting in alignment with your goals strengthens belief and self-image. Habits and routines become automatic behaviors. Consistent proof builds self-trust and confidence. The missing key is living as the person you want to become every day, not just aiming for external outcomes. Handling setbacks without losing momentum. Setbacks are inevitable. The difference between stagnation and progress is how you respond. Accept setbacks as temporary and informative. Analyze, adjust, and continue executing. Maintain focus on long-term vision. The missing key is strategic resilience, viewing challenges as accelerators rather than obstacles. Feedback loops create growth. High performers create continuous feedback loops. Daily review of actions and outcomes. Adjustment based on insights. Reinforcement of what works. Elimination of what doesn't. The missing key is structured self-feedback to continually optimize performance. Energy and attention management. Sustained success requires protecting and directing energy. Focus on high-value actions during peak energy periods. Avoid distractions and low-value commitments. Recharge intentionally to maintain peak performance. The missing key is energy optimization, not just time management, visualization, and mental rehearsal. Top performers reinforce goals through mental rehearsal. Visualize achieving outcomes vividly. Practice problem solving and obstacle navigation mentally. Align daily actions with mental vision. The missing key is programming the subconscious mind to support conscious effort and focused action. Consistency as the ultimate multiplier. Every principle, clarity, belief, focus, action, resilience, requires consistent application. Daily routines reinforce habits and self-image. Incremental actions compound into exponential results. Small steps, repeated relentlessly, create unstoppable growth. The missing key is treating consistency as non-negotiable.